It is cold out. I don't know what it is. The older I get, the colder it seems, man. It's crazy. But, all right. Today, I'm going to talk about, in my positive words, positive choices. I always say the title wrong, I think, in every video I make. Hope I said it right that time. Let's talk about a phrase I heard growing up a lot where, don't waste your God-given talents, or it's a waste if you don't use your talents. But the older I get, I kind of realize that just because you're good at something doesn't really necessarily mean that you should be doing it. And what I mean is, I guess it's different if, let's say you're good at curing diseases that would benefit all society, and you could cure cancer and you chose not to just because, that's different. I get that. I guess there'd be a moral reason that you should be doing something like that. But, I mean, it's possible, and a lot of times people are good at something, but maybe they just don't like it. Like, you see kids who are really good at maybe a certain sport, and maybe they hate it. Or you have someone who's really good at math, but if just because you're good at it doesn't mean you necessarily want to be doing that. So I kind of feel like you should do what you want to do, do things you like, do things that make you happy. It's not really related. I feel like these are, in my mind, they're related, but I feel like it's really important, and I didn't really realize this till later, but to be a lifelong learner. I mean, I get guilty sometimes because, I used to practice music a ton as a kid. I'd be practicing music hours a day, and, that's how you get, that's what you need to do, in my opinion, to get good at anything really, is to practice a lot. And by a lot, hours a day. You need to really do things for a long time. And when you're a kid, you have that time that you could do that. It's harder when you get older. But I kind of, when I hit a certain point, maybe 30 years old, I remember not practicing music as much, like playing bass. I didn't do it as much as I used to. I was still doing gigs all the time, though. So it's kind of but it's not the same thing, like playing a gig and actually practicing very different things. But, and then I still feel guilty. I'm like, I'm not practicing. But then I'll go through a period where I'll practice for 2 months straight, maybe 3-4 hours a day. And then I stop and I don't do it anymore. And, but there's always something else I'm doing. I feel like I'm always doing something. That's one of my biggest regrets in life, is that when I was in high school, I could have probably studied Greek. I mean, I took Latin in high school. I went to Regis. I took Latin, took Spanish. But I think when I was in junior year, I could have took Greek. I would have loved to have taken that. And I really regret not learning more languages when I was younger. I mean, I was a lifelong Spanish learner, but what would you call it? Just very randomly, or, just kind of working in Union City, it kind of, it seeps in a little bit, or where I grew up. But for 4 years, I've been doing French, and I just think, it's important to constantly be learning, whether it's languages, whether it's art, practicing something, getting better at something. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the thing you're good at. I don't think I'm necessarily good at learning French or learning languages, but I actually love it. So, dude, that's all it's about. Do things you like, and it's never too late. I guess that's the main point here. There's a lot of rambling. It's early in the morning and it's cold, but it's never too late. I'll get people who will come up to me on a gig and be like, oh, I always wanted to play guitar. I always wanted to play bass. And, dude, do it. It's never, ever. You could be 100 years old. And music's the one thing, too, where it's dude, you'll never stop learning. You just keep doing it till thousands of years, and you'll never be where you want to be. So, it's never too late to learn. Never too late to learn a language. It's all inside you. And nowadays with YouTube, and you can do stuff for free. You just learn what you want to learn. Do what you want to do. Life is really short. And the older I get, the more I realize I don't know. But all I know is that we're here for a short amount of time, and make the best of it. Be nice to people and learn what you want to do. Learn what you want to learn. Be what you want to be.